What's going on, guys? It's Brandon back here again today for another NHL 23 video. Making sure my mic is okay here. I know it's gonna sound a bit iffy. This mic is getting old now. I noticed it in the last video, but I didn't want to upload a whole video for nothing. But I still thought I'd showcase it. Hopefully, my voice isn't too much of a bother. Today, just like last year, we're gonna be doing the losers bracket challenge. You're probably thinking, "What's the losers bracket challenge?" If you haven't seen this video before, it's the video where we take the non-playoff teams in the NHL and put them in the NHL 20 NHL game bracket. This case, it's 23. We did it with 22 last year. We put them the same way that we would do the playoffs, just reverse-wise. So since Calgary had the best record of the teams that didn't make the playoffs, they're our worst record President's Trophy winner. They'd play the worst team that didn't make the playoffs, the Anaheim, essentially the wild card two. Nashville would play Chicago in just like a division format. So Nashville, Chicago, St. Louis, Arizona, Calgary, Anaheim, Vancouver, San Jose. Then in the West, and then in the East, Pittsburgh, Columbus, Washington, Philadelphia, Buffalo, Montreal, Ottawa, and Detroit. I can see these four um, Atlantic teams all being in the playoffs in about 5 years, them being the ones that are in the playoffs while the others are out. But let's get right into this. So we'll start the playoff just like when we did the original playoff bracket challenge where Carolina defeated the Winnipeg Jets in the Stanley Cup final. We'll see who would win out of the losers. So who do I think is going to win before we start this? Honestly, I can see. I wouldn't be surprised to see Washington and maybe Calgary, Washington, St. Louis, Washington, Vancouver. Those are the three that I can see. Wouldn't be surprised if Pittsburgh or Buffalo made it up there as well, or maybe Ottawa. But we'll get this in and let's see how it goes. So Chicago Nashville game one. Chicago comes out firing. Tyler Johnson, Seth Jones, and Mackenzie Entwistle all score on Saros. Murphy makes it 4-0 as Lankinen goes in, the former Blackhawk goaltender. And Lauzon gets the only goal on Mrazek, and the Hawks have a one game to none series lead. I can hear my mic, and I apologize for that. Calgary Anaheim game one. Henrique and Jones back on the power play. It's 2-1 Anaheim. Hanifin makes it 2-2. And Kadri with a power play goal leads the comeback for Calgary as Calgary wins game one there. Now Pittsburgh Columbus. No scoring in the first, but Line on the power play and Crosby on the power play. It's a tie game. We're going to overtime game one of this series. No scoring in the first overtime. And Patrick Laine on the power play gives Columbus the one game to none series lead over the Pittsburgh Penguins. It takes a double overtime game, but Columbus finally pulls it off. Now, Buffalo and Montreal. Montreal was actually the second lowest team in the East, so they play the highest team in the Atlantic, which is, funnily enough, Buffalo. First period. Dvorak, Caulfield, and Caulfield. So Caulfield obviously wasn't playing much near the end of the season, but he's in the game right now because that's the latest roster update. So it's 3-0 Montreal after the first. 5-0 Hoffman on the power play, and the rookie Uri Slafkovsky makes it 5-0. Buffalo gets two backs, and Quinn makes it a 5-2 Montreal win. Arizona and St. Louis. Truly an intriguing series. Krug makes it 1-0 for St. Louis. No scoring in the second. No scoring in the third. I can see this being a very defensive series between those two teams. St. Louis takes the one game to none series lead, and now Vancouver and San Jose. 2-0 Vancouver. Quinn Hughes on the power play and JT Miller. 5 goals in the second for Vancouver. Hughes on the power play, Besser on the power play, Miller on the power play, Bolivier on the power play, and Patterson. So 5 power play goals of the 7, and they got like one from each spot on the ice. Like, look at that. That's insane. And now, no goals in the third. What a showing by Vancouver. Now, Philadelphia and Washington. 2-0 So my mic shut off there. Gotta make sure that doesn't happen again because that's something this does. Oshie on the power play and Wilson make it 2-0. Nick Dowd makes it 3-0 in the second. And Steve Milano and TJ Oshie 5-0 Washington. As we're having some huge thrashings here. Now the final game one, Detroit and Ottawa. I could see this being a high flying series. Shabbat makes it 1-0 Ottawa, Perron makes it 1-1, but DeBrincat makes it 2-1. Matthew Joseph makes it 3-1 Ottawa on the power play, but Kopp makes it 3-2. Stützle makes it 4-2, and Kopp makes it 4-3, but so Ottawa takes game one. The closest game of them all, to be honest. Out of the game twos, Chicago and Nashville. 2-0 Nashville early. It's Glass and Parsonen to make it 2-0. Murphy makes it 2-1, Fabro 3-1, Radish 3-2, and Glass 4-2 for Nashville. And Tomasino makes it 5-2 as Nashville ties the series. Now, Calgary and Anaheim. 3-0 Calgary. Mangiapane on the power play, Uyghur on the power play, and Backlund make it 3-0. No scoring in the second. That is not Colin White, but that makes it 3-1. Ryan Strome almost makes it 3-2. They almost come back, but Mangiapane and Lindholm on the power play seal the deal for Calgary. They now have a 2-0 series lead as they go to Anaheim. Now, Columbus and Pittsburgh. No scoring in the first. Evgeny Malkin makes it 1-0 in the second. And Jeff Carter on the power play in the third makes it 2-0 for Pittsburgh. Montreal Buffalo game 2. Dvorak makes it 1-0. Slafkovsky makes it 2-0. Hoffman and Anderson but tuck on the power play. 4-1 Montreal as they win both games in Buffalo. Arizona St. Louis. 2-0 Arizona. It's Krause and O'Brien to make it 2-0. St. Louis ties it at Side and Thomas on the power play. St. Louis comes back as Thomas gets the winner. 3-2 St. Louis as they now have a 2-0 series lead going to Arizona. Now San Jose and Vancouver. 1-1. Garland on the power play and Lorentz. That's San Jose's first goal of the series. No scoring in the second. No scoring in the third to go to overtime. No scoring in the first overtime. Vancouver is heavily out shooting. But San Jose gets the winner. It's Tomas Hertl to tie the series and send to Vancouver. Now game 2 between Philadelphia and Washington. Sherry and Backstrom on the power play, 2-0 Washington. Sanheim makes it 2-1, but Dylan Strome, John Carlson, Nick Backstrom, 5 Washington. London and Atkinson make it 5-3, but Washington still gets the win. They lead 2-0, go into Philly. Now Detroit and Ottawa. DeBrincat makes it 1-0 for Ottawa. Watson and DeBrincat make it 3-0 for Ottawa. Stützle on the power play and Kachuk make it 5-0 for Ottawa as they go to Detroit up 2-0. Game 3. I hate this guy's name. I can never pronounce it. Evangelista, I think is how you pronounce it. 1-0 Nashville in the first. No scoring in the second. Chicago ties it. Jared Sonority with 16 seconds left makes it 1-1 as we go to overtime. But Parsonen makes a 2-1 series lead for Nashville as they get the 2-1 win in overtime. Third overtime game of the playoffs right there. Now let's go Calgary and Anaheim for game 3. 1-0 Calgary. It's Backlund short-handed. No score for the second. Anaheim heavily up shooting. Coleman makes it 2-0 and White makes it 2-1, but Anaheim getting out shooting Calgary 39-28. Loses game 3 as they're now on the brink of elimination. Calgary up 3-0. Pittsburgh and Columbus. Remember, Calgary was also in real life in the top 16. They should have made the playoffs over Florida. But look at Florida. They beat Boston. Now they're in round 2, beating Toronto 2-0. Columbus to Pittsburgh. Columbus goes flying out. Heinen short-handed goal, but then after that, Corrali, Marchenko on the power play, and Bean to make it 3-1 for Columbus. Getzel on the power play makes it 3-2, but Line makes it 4-2 on the power play. And then Marchenko, 5-2 Columbus victory. They lead the series 2-1. Now Buffalo, Montreal. It's Gurianov with 14 seconds on the first, 1-0 Montreal. Paterka ties it. Caulfield makes it 2-1 Montreal, but Thompson, Quinn, and Paterka 4-2 Buffalo as they try to keep their hopes alive. Thompson makes it 5-2. Monahan makes it 5-3. But Buffalo wins the game. The road team has won every game in that series so far. And now Arizona and St. Louis. Arizona open to stay alive. Keller makes it 1-0. Markelli makes it 2-0. Verona makes it 2-1. Krause on the power play makes it 3-1. And Saad makes it 3-2. Arizona keeps their hopes alive with a 3-2 win in Arizona. Now San Jose and Vancouver. 1-1. Ekman Larson and Zetterlund. 2-2. It's Simic and Hronik to make it 2-2. San Jose gets the win. It's Coach Shore early in the third. 3-2 San Jose win. I don't think many people saw Vancouver trailing going into game 4. Washington and Philadelphia. 1-0 Washington. It's Ferrari make it 1-0. Farabee ties it on the power play. It's 1-1. Philadelphia gets the win. Couturier and Lawton make it 3-1 as Philadelphia stays alive in the series. Now Ottawa hoping to put the Red Wings up 3-0 in Detroit. 2-0. It's DeBrincat and Pinto. Chychrun makes it 3-0. DeBrincat makes it 4-0, but Fabry on the power play makes it 4-1, and Kubalik makes it 4-2 as Detroit tries to make a comeback. Batson makes it 5-2. Brown makes it 6-2. Valeno makes it 6-3. Perron makes it 6-4. Ottawa with a 3-game stand-on series lead over Detroit. Now to the game 4s. Chicago comes out. It's Taves and Dickinson to make it 2-0. 4-0. Athanasiou and Radish on the power play. 4-1. It's Duchesne. Chicago ties the series to send it back to Nashville. Now Calgary with a chance to eliminate Anaheim. 1-1. Majapani on the power play, and then Terry scores on Markstrom to make it 1-1. Anderson and Lindholm on the power play make it 3-1, but McTavish makes it 3-2. And then Dominic Kadri makes it 4-2, Henrique 4-3, Toffoli 5-3, as Calgary has swept Anaheim. The team that should have been in the playoffs has now swept the team that was the worst in the league. Pittsburgh and Columbus. Pittsburgh up 2-0. Pedersen shorthanded, or Pedersen shorthanded, I don't know. Zucker on the power play makes it 2-0. Line on the power play, he's been their best player, makes it 2-1. Letang on the power play makes it 3-1. Ben Sherman on the power play makes it 3-2. Pittsburgh ties the series. Buffalo and Montreal. 1-0 Montreal. It's Matheson on the power play. That ties it in the second to make it 1-1. Montreal, it's Josh Anderson to make it a 2-1 victory for Montreal. They are up 3-1 in their series. St. Louis and Arizona. 1-0 St. Louis, it's Kapanen. 2-0 St. Louis, it's Scandella. 4-0 St. Louis, it's Parayko and Belay as they have a 3-1 series lead on Arizona. Now Vancouver and San Jose. 2-1 Vancouver. Kaut scores on the power play, but Stanika and Mikheyev to make it 2-1. Zetterlund makes it 2-2. Besser and Bear make it 4-2, and Zetterlund makes it 4-3. That's the game ends. Vancouver ties the series as they head back home for Game 5. Now, Washington and Philadelphia. No scoring in the first. 1-1 in the second. It's Konecny in the power play, and Oshie to make it 1-1. Philadelphia ties the series with another 3-1 win as Ristolainen with a winner and Frost with the empty netter. Now Detroit and Ottawa. Ottawa with a chance to sweep the series. It's 1-0 Detroit, though. Sider. DeBrincat ties it. He's been their best player. It's 1-1 going into the third. Detroit saves off elimination. Sider on the power play and Perron that make it a 3-1 win for Detroit. They are not eliminated yet. Now, Game 5 between Chicago and Nashville. First Game 5. 1-0 Chicago. Tyler Johnson. 2-1 Nashville. It's Novak and Person on the power play. And Nashville takes Game 5 2-1 as they now have a series lead and with a chance to eliminate Chicago in Game 6. Now Columbus and Pittsburgh. No scoring in the first. No scoring in the second. No scoring in the third as we go to overtime for the second time in the series. And Columbus gets it again. It's Boone Jenner on the power play. They now have a 3-2 series lead on Pittsburgh. Now Montreal with a chance to eliminate Buffalo. Buffalo up 3-0 early. It's a post of Bryson and Gergensen before Monahan makes it 3-1. Mrs. Suzuki makes it 3-2, but Skinner makes it 4-2. Tuck makes it 5-2, and Edmondson makes it 5-3, as we now have a 3-2 series lead for Montreal. St. Louis and Arizona, Game 5. No scoring in the first. Hayden and Boyd make it 2-1 as Kyrie gets the one for St. Louis. Arizona comes out. Schmaltz, Kelman, and Boyd. 5-1 win for Arizona as they're now down 3-2. Vancouver and San Jose. No one wants to be eliminated. Ekman Larson with a 1-0 goal. Lindblom makes it 1-1. Bear makes it 2-1, but Simic and Lorentz 3-2 San Jose. Miller 3-3, Benning 4-3, and Besser with 9 seconds left sends the game to overtime. San Jose has won the one overtime game in the series so far. Let's see who wins this one. It's Mikheyev in overtime as Vancouver takes the series lead with the late game comeback. That could be a turning point in this playoffs, in this loser playoff challenge, I believe. Philadelphia and Washington. 2-0 Philadelphia. Atkinson and Van Riemsdyk. Farabee makes it 3-0 on the power play. Wilson 3-1. Van Riemsdyk 4-1. And Tippett makes it 5-1 as Philly comes back from 2 games to none down and now have a 3-2 series lead on Washington. Now Detroit and Ottawa. Detroit with another chance to be eliminated. Ottawa looking for that. Drew on the power play makes it 1-0, but Valeno ties it at 1-1. And Larkin, Sider, and Kubalik at 4-1 Detroit. Sherratt and Raymond, it's 6-1 Detroit as they save off elimination again. Wow, no one's going down easy except Anaheim, apparently. Now, Game 6 is all these teams looking to force a Game 7. In this case, it's Chicago. It's 2-1. Entwistle and Kershaw make it 2-0, but Forsberg makes it 2-1. Forsberg makes it 2-2. We're going to overtime. Chicago looking to extend the series. And they do. Taylor Radish sends the series to a Game 7 in Nashville. Now we have Pittsburgh and Columbus. 2-2. Crosby, Raquel, Gaudreau, and Jenner on the power play. How was that Gaudreau's first goal of the series? 4-4. Bean and Jenner 4-2. Getzel and Hyman 4-4. In Columbus, they've done it. Robinson with the winner. The Pittsburgh Penguins have been eliminated by the Columbus Blue Jackets. Everyone can laugh at the Penguins again. Now we got Buffalo and Montreal. No scoring in the first. 2-0 Montreal. It's Hoffman and Slavkovsky. That's it. Montreal's upset Buffalo. Buffalo has been eliminated. 2 of the higher seeds are gone. The 2 worst teams in the East have moving on. St. Louis and Arizona. Arizona looking to come back. No scoring in the first or second. And then an explosion in the third. Buchnevich, Krug, Kyrie on the power play, and Saad. And Krause and Boyd tried to get the game back from nothing down, but they're not enough. The St. Louis moves on. Vancouver and San Jose. Hronek, Joshua, and Garland, but Hurl gets the one for San Jose. It's 3-1. Joshua and Burrows, it's 5-1 Vancouver. Crowd makes it 5-2, but Bolivier 6-2 as Vancouver eliminates the Sharks. All the higher seeds so far have won in the West, excluding Nashville-Chicago series. The lower seeds are so far have won. Philadelphia looking to become another one. 3-0 early. It's connecting on the power play. Farabee shorthanded and Hayes to make it 3-0. No scoring in the second. Washington ties it in the third. Faravari, Oshie on the power play, and Wilson with 19 seconds left in overtime. Cates on the power play. Philadelphia moves on. Washington is eliminated. Wow. And Ottawa can become the one higher seed, not to have a 3-game comeback upon them. 1-0. It's Giroux to make it to do it. 2-1 Detroit. Rasmussen and Pop shorthanded. But Ottawa comes back. It's Giroux and Shabbat. 3-2 Ottawa. They're the only higher seed in the East and will have home ice advantage for the rest of the playoffs against the rest of the East that's made it on. Now Chicago, the only game 7, Chicago and Nashville. I can assume you know who I'm rooting for if you know my channel. It's 2-2. Smith and Radish to make it 1-1. Johnson on the power play and Forsberg to make it 2-2. 3-2 Nashville. It's McDonough. Chicago, come on, I'm hoping for you guys. And it's not enough. The higher seed wins. Nashville wins game 7. The higher seed in every series in the West wins. The lower seed in all but, jeez, I'm stuttering. Lower seed in all but one series moves on. Now St. Louis and Nashville, I'm going to get some water before this commentary starts because after that first round, my voice is kind of tired. So let me just quickly refresh for a minute. I'll let this run for a second. I didn't do that much. All right. Now Nashville, St. Louis game 1, second round. Forsberg on the power play, 4-2, 1-1. Sissons to make it 2-1 Nashville. And Parison 3-1 Nashville as they take game 1. Now Vancouver and Calgary. No scoring in the first. Lindholm to make it 1-0 in the second. Myers ties it back on the power play. 2-1 Calgary victory. Now Columbus and Philadelphia. 2-0 Columbus. Benstrom on the power play and Marchenko. 3-0 Columbus. It's Roslovic on the power play. Atkinson makes it 3-1, but it'll be a 4-1 Columbus. It would be something if Columbus ended up winning out the losers. And Calgary's not lost a game in the playoff yet. Montreal and Ottawa, here we go. Canadian series here. Hofffield and Suzuki, the young guns, make it 2-0. DeBrincat makes it 4-1, but Hoffman and Gurianov, more veteran guy, 4-1. And then Ottawa with a 4-goal third period ruins Montreal's hopes. Pinto, Sanderson, Pinto, and DeBrincat on the power play with 34 seconds to go. What a comeback. It was 4-1. Now game 2s. Nashville St. Louis, Fabro Kapanen, 1-1. No scoring in the second. No scoring in the third. We're going to overtime. No scoring in the first overtime. Nashville without shooting St. Louis. St. Louis gets the winner. It's Krug. 2 minutes into the second overtime. Series tied. Going back to St. Louis. Now, Calgary looking for their 6th straight win against now in the playoffs. Esser and Majapani exchange goals. Majapani's with 8 seconds left in the first on the power play. No scoring in the second. And Calgary with the win again. Garland makes it 2-1 Vancouver. Coleman, Lindholm on the power play, and Huberdeau. 4-2 Calgary. They're 6-0 in these playoffs. Now Columbus and Philadelphia. And you said Anaheim. Jeez. Philadelphia 1-0 on the Cates goal. Cates on the power play again, and then Provorov to make it 3-0. Hayes allotted 5-0. Werenski makes it 5-1 to prevent the shutout. Philadelphia ties the series. Now between Ottawa and Montreal. Dvorak makes it 1-0. DeBrincat ties it. Gurianov and Gallagher. It's 3-1 Montreal. No comeback for Ottawa this time. Kachuk gets it started early, but it's not enough, and it's 3-2 Montreal win as they tie the series. Game 3. No scoring in the first. Pitlick, Blake, Buchnevich on the power play, and Citizens for Nashville make it 3-1 St. Louis. Thomas and Walker, the only Australian guy I know. Five. It makes it five. McDonough gets to make it two for Nashville. St. Louis gains game three, 5-2. Calgary looking to stay undefeated in the playoffs. No scoring in the first. Heavily out shooting Calgary. It's 3-0 Vancouver. Bavillier in the power play. Pedersen and Kuzmenko. Myers makes it 4-0. Lindholm 4-1 on the power play. Pedersen short-handed 5-1. And then Huberdeau on the power play makes it 5-2. Vancouver is the first. Game 3 is the first game to defeat Calgary. Columbus and Philadelphia. 2-0 Columbus. Corelli and Chikanoff. No scoring in the second. Van Riemsdyk makes it 2-1. Marchenko with the empty netter. It's 3-1 Columbus. Columbus with a 2-1 series lead now. Now Ottawa and Montreal. Suzuki on the power play and Drouin on the power play. 2-0. And then Batherson makes it 2-1. Stützle makes it 2-2. Drew makes it 3-2. Hoffman makes it 3-3. And DeBrincat on the power play. 4-3 Ottawa victory. Montreal has had the lead in every single game in that series, and they're down 2-1. Now game 4 between Nashville and St. Louis. 1-0 St. Louis hits Pitlick. Duchesne and Sissons make it 2-1 Nashville, but Kyrou and Blais make it 3-2 St. Louis. No scoring in the third. St. Louis is up 3-1 on Nashville. Now Calgary and Vancouver. Kuzmenko and Pedersen, it's 2-0. Huberdeau, it's 2-1. Besser makes it a tie series, 3-1 Vancouver, as they are now tied with Calgary. Philadelphia and Columbus. Jenner makes it 1-0. Konechny ties it. Bokus makes it 2-1, but Lotta makes it 2-2. Columbus with a 3-1 series lead. It's Foudy and Marchenko. 4-1 win for or 4-2 win. Jeez, I just went blank. Ottawa and Montreal. Here we go. Kachuk and Stützle on the power play, and then Gurianov on the power play. It's 2-1 Ottawa. Duran on the power play. It's 2-2. Ottawa, Zub, 3-2, 3-1 series lead, 3-2 win for Ottawa. The series that started off as the one that was looking like a sweep is now the one going 6 for sure. St. Louis 1-0. It's Thomas on the power play. No scoring in the second. No scoring in the third. St. Louis has eliminated Nashville. Now Vancouver and St. Calgary. Majapani on the power play to Foley. It's 2-0. Studnicka makes it 2-1. Coleman, Kadri on the power play. Majapani 5-1 Calgary. Myers makes it 5-2 as the home team has won every game in that series. Calgary has the 3-2 series lead. Columbus looking to eliminate Philadelphia. No scoring in the first. Marchenko, Atkinson 1-1. Chikanoff, York 2-2. We go to overtime. D'Angelo scores as the Flyers survive and force game 6. Not game 5. Not like the iconic quote is. Now Montreal and Ottawa. Ottawa looking to eliminate Montreal. Scoring in the first. No scoring in the second. 1-1 for the third. It's 2 goals are late to break it with 3 minutes and 14 to go, and then Anderson with 1:58 to go. No overtime. No scoring in the first overtime. Sanderson with the OT winner. Double overtime win. Ottawa has eliminated Montreal as they go to the conference final. Now Calgary and Vancouver in game 6. 1-1 Miller on the power play and Kadri. 2-2 Lewis on the power play and Besser on the power play. 4-2 Vancouver as they force a game 7. Miller and Hronek on the power play. The home team has won every game in that Canadian series. 2 Canadian series going on. I just realized that. Philadelphia and Columbus. Bernie and Bean, and then Cates 2-1 Columbus. No scoring in the second. Chikanoff, Roslovic, and then Farabee gets the goal for Philly. It's a 4-2 win for Columbus, and it's a 4-2 series win for Columbus as they move on to play Ottawa in the conference final. Now Vancouver and Calgary. This series looked like it was going to be over quick, but we'll see. 1-1, Backlund and Bavilier. 2-2, Kuzmenko and Dubé. And Calgary chokes. Garland gets the 3-2 win in Calgary. They've the team that finally loses at home. Vancouver and St. Louis in the Western Conference Final. Vancouver and St. Louis 1-1, 0-0 after the first. 1-0 Vancouver after the second. Quinn Hughes. 3-2 St. Louis win. Saad makes it 1-1. Kuzmenko 2-1, but Kapanen on the power play, and then Saad again. 3-2 St. Louis victory. Now between Ottawa and Columbus. Odd conference final. Brown makes it 1-0. Shabbat and Zoo make it 3-0, but Line makes it 3-1. And Stützle 4-1, Olivier 4-2 as Ottawa takes game 1. Game 2. 1-0 St. Louis at Saad. 2-1 St. Louis. Patterson for Vancouver, Krug for St. Louis. Verona and Thomas. It is a 2-0 series lead for St. Louis. Now, Ottawa and Columbus. No goal scoring in the first. Oakvist, Karate, and Bemstrom on the power play. 3-0 Columbus. Patterson makes it 3-1. Line makes it 4-1. Columbus ties the series. Game 3, St. Louis looks to take a 3-0 series lead. Torpachenko, 1-0 St. Louis. 2-1 Vancouver. It's Josh 1 Besser on the power play. Bortuzzo ties it, but Miller scores twice. 4-2 win for Vancouver. They make the series 2-1. Ottawa and Columbus. Here we go. 2-1 Ottawa. Joseph and Stützle. No scoring in the second. No scoring in the third. Ottawa with a 2-1 series lead. Game 4. Stanika shorthanded 1-0. Leahy and Torpachenko 2-1 St. Louis. And that's that 3-1 series lead for St. Louis. No scoring would happen in that third period. Now Ottawa looks to take a 3-1 series lead. Olivier make it 1-0 for Columbus. Batherson 1-1. Stützle and Shabbat 3-1 Ottawa. Columbus ties it with Boquist and Werenski. We're going to overtime. No scoring. Let's get shot with 12 seconds to go in the first overtime. As they have a 3-1 series lead. 2 Game 5s could eliminate their opponents tonight. Vancouver it looks to save off elimination. Buchnevich and Shen both on the power play. It's 2-0, and then Patterson makes it 2-1. Passer ties the game at 2-2, and Falk makes it 3-2. Vancouver needs 2 goals to stay off elimination. They get 1 on the power play for Olivier as they send the game to overtime. And they force a game 7. It's Olivier on the power play once again. Or game 6. They force a game 6 to game 7. But Ottawa doesn't doesn't want to do the same as St. Louis. Let's see what they do. Blankenberg makes 1-0 Columbus. Joseph 1-1. Line and Roslovic make it 3-1 Columbus. Roslovic is on the power play. 6-1 Foodie. Ken Johnson on the power play. Bemstrom. 6-2 is Gambrel gets 1 for Ottawa. Is a 6-2 win for Columbus as they save off elimination. 2 game 6s now, the same thing as game 5. Scoring in the first. Quinn Hughes and Braden Shen 1-1. Vancouver does it again. Kapanen and Saad the goal for St. Louis, but Olivier, Patterson, and Kuzmenko get enough to give the win to Vancouver. Now, game 6 between Ottawa and Columbus. No scoring after the first. No scoring after the second. Columbus, Foodie forces a game 7. 2 game 7s. This is insane from 3-1 comebacks. 3-0 Vancouver out of the gate. Dries, Pedersen, Besser. Verona makes it 3-1 St. Louis. And Vancouver is going to the final. A 3-1 comeback over St. Louis. And now between Columbus and Ottawa. 1-1. It's Robinson and Tkachuk. 3-1 Ottawa. It's Norris and Tkachuk. Tkachuk makes it 4-1. Line and the power play, but it isn't enough. We have an all-Canadian final. Vancouver and Ottawa. Honestly, I don't think many people expected. I expected Vancouver possibly to get here and Ottawa, but not against each other. Vancouver and Ottawa, game 1. Stützle make it 1-0 in the first. Chronic ties it, but it's Drew in the second. The second makes it a 2-1 series lead. Or 2-1. I'm getting all my numbers confused. 2-1 lead for Ottawa in the game. Tkachuk makes it 3-1. Best on the power play. It isn't close enough. As Ottawa takes game 1 of the final. Game 2. Pettersson on the power play early. Chabot makes it 1-1. Bolivier 2-1 Vancouver. Tkachuk ties the game at 2-2, but Stubnica makes it 3-2. Chronic on the power play and Pettersson 5-2 win for Vancouver. Pettersson leading the playoffs in points by a good margin. Now the series shifts to Vancouver. 2-1 Vancouver. It's Chronic on the power play and Besser, and then Drew makes it 2-1. No scoring in the second. Patrick Brown makes it 2-2 as we have a tie game. We're going to overtime in game 3. And Sheldon Dries 3-2 overtime win for Vancouver in front of their home fans. 2-1 series lead. Then we have game 4. No scoring in the first. Joseph scores twice in the second, make it 2-0. But Bolivier on the power play, I'm on after a killer third period for Vancouver. Tie game, we're going to overtime again. And they get the winner in. It's Joshua. This is another overtime win in game 4. Back-to-back overtime wins gives Vancouver a 3-1 series lead going back to Ottawa. They've taken advantage of the home ice. Now in Ottawa. 2-0 early. It's Kuzmenko and Besser. No scoring in the second. Norris makes it 2-1, but Sheldon Dries and Tyler Myers 4-1 Vancouver win. 4-1 series win. They go 16-9. Let's look at the points. Pettersson with 32 points. Let's look at the entire league. Oh, that is the entire league. Hughes 24. Pettersson probably won the Conn Smythe. I think that's pretty easy to tell. Tkachuk with 22. Stützle with 22. Drew with 22. That was a line. That was pretty good. Besser 19. DeBrick was good early on. That was 18. Kuzmenko 17. Gaudreau 17. First non-final team. Miller, Chronic, Lindholm. Eliminated in the second round, and he was that high. Kyrou, Norris, Laine. Who's the highest from the first round? I want to see who's the highest from the first round. Nah, but Montreal made it to the second round. Gotta be getting close. Huberdeau only had 8 points in 11 games. Yeah, you've completely fallen off, apparently. So no one was really just dominating their first round series when the team just sucked, apparently. He's the highest point scorer of those that were eliminated in the first round, and then Taylor Raddysh for Chicago was second. So Huberdeau probably wins that Conn Smythe. Look at the bracket one last time. There we go. See there. Very interesting format. Only one sweep in the entire playoffs. Very nice. But that's going to be all I have for you guys in this one. Next video that should be coming out should be my reaction to the draft lottery. In case if we get that number 1 pick in Chicago, it will be crazy. Though I think a lot of people say it'll be rigged, and they have every right to. But that's going to be all I have for you guys in this one. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.